Yo, and hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of everybody's favorite baseball card showcase, Showdown, game show, fun. I'm Mike in the winner's circle again, where I should be all the time. There's the loser from Missouri. His name's Chris. And Chris, I'm looking at you right now. I mean, a couple things I want to bring up. Number one, it's 6-4 in season 2, which means I only have to win one more time, like tonight. And when I win tonight, I'll be dormy because we only have 3 more episodes after this for season 2. And so I'm excited about that. But it looks like behind you, like, have I beaten you so bad that you're just selling your collection and like, okay, I'm giving up on cards because I can never beat Mike?
No, I am being strategic, though. If you look back there, you cannot see anything, and that's on purpose because I don't want you to see what cards I have to give you an advantage to go out and get a one higher grade. Because every time we start this show, you always start off with a lead, and I made sure none of my cards are back here so you knew what you had to start off with. That's strategy right there, my friend. Strategy.
Speaking of strategy, I know this is a baseball card show, but I'm now a Chiefs fan because after yesterday, the come from behind Chiefs victory, pulling it out of their complete butt and making and not blocking the field goal and all the things. And my Cowboys are awful. They will probably. I'm telling you here first. They might win one more game this entire season. They are awful. So if you're a betting person, whatever the Cowboys are not favored by or underdogs by, take the other guy. They're going to get beat like stepchildren the rest of the season. But congrats to your undefeated Chiefs. So,
well, my fantasy quarterback on my team is Dak Prescott.
I'm very sorry.
Oh gosh, and so this will tell you how the Cowboys are. I lost 4, and then I won 5. And so, but I started winning when I benched Dak, and usually he is a great fantasy quarterback. So it's not this year for them, that's for sure. And I tell you what, the Chiefs can't keep winning like they're winning because they've come from behind in the fourth quarter and won it on somebody's toe, either our toe or our kicker's toe or the other kicker's toe, 4 times so far this year on the last play. And that's no way to survive, but somehow they do it. And tell you what, it's a fun time to be a Chiefs fan, I'll tell you.
Well, last week, Chris, we during Duke Snyder, we did Duke Snyder, and we asked people to kind of put down suggestions, and maybe it's happened over the last few weeks for kind of during the off season, before we get back to doing some player runs. We've had some amazing suggestions from you guys out there, so keep those comments coming. I read every one of them. Chris is, he's so high and mighty now, he doesn't read comments anymore on anything, but it is really cool to see you guys coming up with some really interesting suggestions that Chris and I will talk about and figure out what we want to do during the off season a little bit, where we're not doing individual players. We're going to do some year runs, some set runs, just some fun stuff, I think, coming up to show some special stuff, hopefully having some guests on to go with us and do this kind of fun thing. But today we've got Bob Feller. Chris, what do you want to say about Bob Feller?
I tell you, he's one that I did book reports on as a kid, that I, read about his patriotism and stuff. But what kind of put me over top when it came to Bob Feller is the fact that I got to catch him, Mike. And I told you that at the end of the Duke Snyder, when we did Duke Snyder. And I know your next joke was, well, were you guys in the same class, same grade, that kind of stuff? But I went on vacation to I'm from a town called Greasy Creek, Kentucky, and it's right outside of Pikeville, Kentucky. And Pikeville had a minor league team one season, and it was the Pikeville Brewers. And opening up that season, I went on a family vacation, and Bob Feller was throwing out the first pitch. Now, Bob Feller was known to touch a glass every once in a while, and he signed autographs for everybody and was just a really kind of cool guy. Now, my grandfather was a lot like Bob Feller when it came to touching a bottle every once in a while, and this is where I learned this term. We were there behind the dugouts, and he was looking for somebody to warm up because he was gonna throw out the first pitch. My grandfather just pulled me by the shirt. I was 15 years old, I think, and he said, "Chris will do it." And so the catcher threw me a glove, and I went back and I warmed him up. And then after all the there's some festivities going on before he went out to throw. And I'm sitting on a park bench with Bob Feller after I just warmed him up, thinking, how in the world are my friends going to believe this? How are they going to believe that you got this? So I got him to sign a baseball, and I still have it today. It's hard to read, but it has his wins and losses, and this is his ball and stuff. But I warmed him up, and as we're sitting there on the park bench, I'm in the middle of these two older guys, and my grandfather says, "Do you want a pull? Pull." I didn't know what the heck a pull was, and Bob says, "Sure, if you don't mind." My grandfather reaches in his shirt pocket, pulls out this half pint of Old Taylor. He hands it over to Bob Feller. I take it. I hand it to Bob Feller, and he takes a big old pull of it like that. And I handed it back to my grandfather. So I learned what a pull was. But I was smart enough to listen to my grandfather and said, "Here, you take a little sip." He said, "That way someday you can tell your kids you caught Bob Feller."
And drank with Bob Feller.
Apparently. And drank with Bob Feller. Yeah, that made my mom really proud. But, it was I did get to catch Bob Feller. And what was kind of cool, I learned that later on in life, he played catch with someone every day for a long time. And so that's my Bob Feller story.
He's definitely one of the great ambassadors of the game. Once he retired, he was just a larger than life kind of character, very outgoing and gregarious personality and super great. He was an amazing pitcher. He came up so young, right, with the Cleveland Indians. He was just the heater from Van Meter, right? And right. Could throw a ball faster than anyone at the time, I think, is what he was well known as. Led the league in strikeouts multiple times, including, I think he had 348 one season. Right. He won, right before he went to World War II, he had won hold on, I have it right here. I might as well
25 games. I think 25 games, Mike.
Yeah, he won 24, 27, 25. Then he lost his his age 23 season, his age 24 season, and his age 25 season, and most of his age 26 season to the war. So almost 4 full seasons. He would have certainly gotten to, in the prime of his career, most certainly would. And he won 20 games the 2 straight years after that, by the way. After he got back, he would have certainly been over 300 wins. If not for his service, and God bless him for doing it. And it's funny that we're recording this on Veterans Day, and it's ironic that we're doing Bob Feller on Veterans Day, which seems appropriate because what a patriot he was. He loved this country. He loved serving in the military. His time doing that. He was, he just ate up innings. He was just so good. He had, in one season, he had 36 complete games out of his 48 starts. He had 48 starts. I mean, these are just, it was a different era, obviously, of pitching. And speaking of taking a pull, I'm having a little Jack Daniel's Southern Peach right now. It's pretty good stuff, actually.
Well, that sounded pretty manly until you said Southern Peach. That just makes me want to jump over there and give you a hug.
I feel bad you don't have any cards behind you. We're going to show some cards here of Bob Feller. His career was interesting because it obviously ran through the war. And, he doesn't have a ton of cards. In fact, his basic set checklist is 14 cards. But whenever you need your cards to be protected, and that's probably why you pulled all yours down, is to protect them through the Penny Sleever. So you guys got to go check out our video sponsor, the Penny Sleever, and get some stuff if you need it for your top loaders, your one touches, your anything you need, they have it. If you use the discount code SHOWCASE, you'll get 10% off. All of the information will be down below the website to click on. Chris and I both use their products. We love them and couldn't say anything nicer about them. They are great. So try those out. But Feller's career was 36 to 56. Is that right? In terms of the year, he didn't play that long. He didn't play that many years because he was gone at the war. But yeah, 36 through 56. Played his whole career with the Cleveland Indians, not the Guardians, and he was amazing.
His signing bonus was an autographed baseball.
Yeah. He signed a lot too, a ton. You're going to see some of those tonight. As a matter of fact, I've got a few of those to show off. But he definitely had no problem signing his name on just about anything you put in front of him, especially for a pull, apparently, Chris.
Yeah. Exactly.
A little pull. So you're the visitor tonight. We're going to start again with the 14 cards. We're going to start at well, you tell them how this works. They can know.
Oh, yeah, you're trying to steal both sides of the.
No, I'm just going to drink my.
I'll tell you what, for some TV screen, you're hogging my part of the show. And by the way, on the penny sleever, so I got you have a friend also, but I have a friend Tom and a friend Brent, and they are sold on the penny sleever right now. And if you can convince two cantankerous longtime baseball card collectors to change, they got something going, and it's going pretty good. So there you go. So here's the way it goes right now on Bob Feller. After you hear me talk, if you haven't seen this before, and if you haven't seen this, shame on you, because you missed about 38 of the best little 1 hours of YouTube there is. But after you hear this, push pause, go in your collection, get every one of your Bob Feller cards out. I don't care if it is part of the run, but we're going to do the 14 cards that are part of the run. And we get 5 cards for having we get 5 cards. We get 5 points for having the cards. We get additional points for the grade that we have on top of that card. Halfway through, Mike's going to tally up the points, and he's going to feel a little bit overconfident halfway through when he is glad to read out the points. But then the second half's going to kick in, and we're going to do all the cards down to the rookie card, and the rookie card is worth double. And then at the end, he's going to tally that up, and it's going to be really, really close. You can keep track with your cards, same as ours, and then let us know in the comments how you like Bob Feller and how you did against us. And then also, just earlier, what Mike was saying, don't be afraid to leave a comment giving us suggestions on who to do. And then after the end, you will have watched the best hour on YouTube.
That will only last half an hour, so that's even better.
That's true.
By the way, Bob Feller has 2 rookie cards, so
he does.
We will see. Are you feeling confident?
I actually am. My cards start off so well, but I am feeling confident because I think inside there somewhere you're missing the card. I don't want to ever play poker with you, but I believe I'm looking at a guy that's minus a card. And if you're minus a card, I got a chance, right?
How about if I told you right now, before we even start, I'm minus 3 cards.
I say get ready to shift over here. But you still can beat me because I've seen your cards, because mine, you might giggle at a few cards, but I tell you what, this is gonna be fun doing Bob Feller on Veterans Day. It could not have been, you couldn't have planned this any better. That makes me think, do you really control that wheel?
Well, let's not talk about that. Let's go to Showdown mode, because
all right, let's go to Showdown.
And you're the visitor, so you get to go first. 1956 tops.
Okay, and I tell you what, Mike, I love his baseball cards. There's some really cool cards here, no matter what the grade. Now let's see if you start off ahead, because I have a 4 in the 56.
I have a 6.
Yeah, you not having 3 of those cards you should not be worried at all.
Oh, I'm so worried. But I love the high leg kick on that card, and he was known for that. And I do like starting with the lead, though. I'm not going to lie. Next, we got 55 Bowman. I got a 6.
Okay. Knowing that I've done this before, but I got a 1 MK, but last time you gave me 5 points for having the card.
I will give you 5 points for having the card.
Golly, you've already wiped away that any kind of lead that I had. Okay. Now, 54 Bowman, 2.5.
Another 6.
Where did you go? And who are you getting help from? This cheating thing is something that I would do, not you. I can't believe you'd stoop that low on.
And I'm going to give myself another 100 points for a autograph 54 Bowman right there.
Spelled it wrong.
He spelled his own name wrong.
Yeah.
What do you have on that? 2.5. Terrible.
Yeah, he was having a pull right before he signed that thing.
I don't even know why you bother coming to these things. All right. 53 Bowman color. So we're going to have 2 firsts for me on this episode that's never happened on Showcase Showdown. And the first one is this Bowman the 53 Bowman color. So mine is autographed, but it's dual graded. So it's got a 4 on the card. This is my only 53 Bowman color feller. So I get a 4 for the card, a 9 for the auto. That's 13 points. Plus the card having 5. No, I'll take the 9 points. What do you have on that's a great card too, by the way, isn't it?
It is. And I have a 4 on that. So give me 9 points as well.
All right. So, well, that's a stymie. So you still pitching a no-hitter. You haven't won a card yet.
Well, you're not going to pitch a no-hitter on me because I will lay down a bunt here in a minute.
All right.
So 53 tops. And Mike, I have had a really nice one of these, and I just cannot get rid of this one because this is from my Miss Dufresne collection. And here's a 1.5. It's a beautiful card.
Well, you're kind of keeping up. I've got a 3.
Wow, that color on yours is incredible.
Yeah, it's a cool. I love his smile and love the Indians logo on there. Like, it's just all good. Next up, 52 Bowman. So, he had a 56 tops. Obviously, he had no 55 tops. He only had 55 Bowman. 54, he had a Bowman. 53, he had both. 52, he has both. So we'll do the Bowman first. I have that in a PSA 3.
I have mine in a PSA 1. Are you still throwing a no-hitter?
I am.
6 cards in, and you got a no-hitter going.
Just like Bob Feller would. Okay.
Not halfway through just yet.
One more, and we'll be halfway through. So
52 tops. Now, come on, give me some points back for this one. I have a 4.
I have a 4.
You're pretty selfish, Mike. I just want to let you know that.
Love that yellow background, though, and that's a great card. This card would not grade a 4 today, I promise. But we don't care. It's not how it is. Do you want to know what the score is? It's I've patted a lead here. It's 67-52 right now. I've got a 15-point lead, but I'm missing 3 cards, which is at least 15 points right there. So you have a shot. You have a shot.
I have a shot. I want to show these. These are 52 Wheaties, and I just love these. There's a Bob Feller in a portrait and a Bob Feller in action card.
Love them. Those are awesome.
Yeah. All right. Is it your turn? Now here, yeah. I am going to make a little bit of a comeback, Mike.
Well, here's the second first on, we already had I showed the dual graded 51 Bowman. This is in my to be sending to PSA. I've got mine raw. So it's 5 points.
Oh, I'm going to get a little bit of points back.
But it looks like an 8. So we can kind of go with that, I think.
Yeah, I don't even know if that one's real, Mike. So I have a 4.
So having the card, you get 5 points, which I do, and then Chris gets
9 points.
9 points for that. You know, it's funny, Chris. We got comments just on our last episode of people just discovering this show, and they're like, "Oh, I got to go watch all the rest of them." Like, go have fun, go enjoy. That's pretty cool that this late in the game. I mean, we're on episode 30 something, you know, and that there's still people discovering the show. I love that. So thanks everybody for following along with us.
Oh, exactly.
All right, 50 Bowman, you are up.
Okay, 50 Bowman. I have a beautiful 3.
Well, I too have a beautiful 3 in the 50 Bowman. Great card. Love the stadium, you know, the stands, the dugout. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right, 49 Bowman. This was a Grail collection card, by the way. I have a 1.5.
Beautiful card, but you don't have well, you lost your no hitter anyway, but I have a 4.
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes, ladies. Don't let Chris fool you. He may, you know, make you feel silly at the beginning, but all right.
I want to show this 43 because I might be one of 2 people in the whole baseball collector universe that just loves these cards. And this is a 43 MP.
You are the only one that loves those cards.
And then I also want to show this card, and this 48 blue tint.
Okay.
Sweet card. Just picked it up because of Bob Feller fan. So what are we on and who's showing?
49 Leaf, and you're showing.
Don't have it.
What? Well, that's okay. Neither do I. How about?
How do we both not have it? It is definitely on my list.
Yeah.
On my list.
Not a cheap card. But neither one of us have the Leaf. Do you have the 48 Bowman?
I do. And I have a nice one.
Okay.
I have a 5.
Wow, you do have a nice one. Well, the Leaf, I do not have the 48 Bowman. So
you hear this noise over here, Mike?
As we go to the rookie cards.
Well, let me show this first.
Okay.
Because you like this set. 48 Swells.
I do.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you that one.
So as we head to the rookie cards, I am leading. Oh, I'm sorry. You are leading 88 to 86.5. You want to stop here? Or?
Yes, I do. But, you know, how many cards do we have left?
2. All right. So his rookie card, Bob Feller's kind of known rookie card is the 38 Gowdy, and there's 2 versions of it. The earlier version in the set doesn't have what I call scribbles, which is all the writing around the card, and then you've got the with scribbles. So we'll do the without scribbles first. Let's see it, Chris. Do you got one? You do. In a 1, that's double points. Oh, you're killing me. All right. That's pretty good.
What do you...
I don't have the without scribbles.
Okay. Well, that puts me pretty insurmountable lead if I have this other card that I love the scribbles.
Yeah, so I prefer the scribbles ones just because they're different and I love them. And I have it in a 1.5. Do you have it?
No. I I was going to cheat, but
we can show them both together so that people can see the difference in the, obviously you can see there's writing on one. These have grown on me a lot over the years. These cards, these 38 Goudies, I used to think they were silly. And now I'm like, what was I thinking? These are awesome. So holy moly.
How close is this, baby? It's close. And I believe if my math is correct, somehow I'm going to try to cheat you. So.
Chris, the score was 100 to 99.5. You beat me by 1/2 of a point.
So when we started this conversation,
uh,
the introduction was wonderful, but I said, and I quote, well, I kind of quote, probably paraphrasing now, but I said I was going to start off slow and then somehow come back and beat you. How? A 1/2 point.
That's the closest ever, right? That's got to, I mean, it can't be any closer than that.
We've had some close ones. We've had some that were ones and stuff, but that it is hard to be humble when you're me. And this pulls that up to 6
to 5.
6 to 5. I get a switch over seats. We're down to how many? What are we down to now?
Oh, let's look. Since this is your favorite part of the show, we're down to 3 names on this season. We have got Lou Gehrig, Larry Doby, and Whitey Ford.
Ooh,
and I feel really good with one of them for sure.
And can we protest and get one? I got to win the next 2, don't I? I got to win 2 out of 3 because you got one sold up.
Yes, right? You got. I think we don't even have to do Lou Gehrig. You might as well just give that one to me. But
well, no. There's a card show or 2. There's guys out there. There's guys out there that are on Team Chris, and they will rent me one of their cards for a day or 2.
I know all those guys, and I've already bought them off, so don't worry. Let's see who we're going to do next week. Man, it's close right now. 6 to 5. Oh, just stay right there. That's right.
Oh, convenient.
So here, I'm gonna knock on the door. Hey, this is Mike. I'm here to serve some humble pie to Chris.
Okay. In
the form of Lou Gehrig.
Okay, here's what I'm saying to you. Right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win this for the 1980 USA hockey team. Right?
The Miracle on Ice.
Yeah. David and Goliath. Who else? There's a few more of those kind of. I feel good right now until a week from now. If that's okay.
How cool was it to pull out all those Bob Feller cards and show them? And I mean, so much fun.
Oh man!
Congrats on the win.
Well, thank you. People are going to enjoy that just for fun, but I hope they take their time and look at all those cards. I mean, it's again we don't care. We don't care about the score, really. I mean, we pretend like we do, but we just compare. We just like the total of the final score, but seeing those cards. Man alive, that's what this game's all about too. Is you got to see Bob Feller cards you haven't seen in a long time,
and it's made me want to go out and buy a 49 Leaf Bob Feller.
Exactly. And there's a lot of 49 Leaf cards that are on my list, and that's high up there on my list. I mean, that would have been. I wish we would have been able to show that to our fans or people that watch this. And if you have a 49 Leaf out there, leave a message for us. Let us know so we can be envious of you. And if we run into you at a show, we can congratulate you on it.
That's awesome. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Bring all the comments congratulating Chris for the momentary glory that he can receive, because next week's Lou Gehrig. We look forward to seeing all of you guys there. Have a great one. We'll talk to you soon and keep collecting.